The Haavara Agreement. Hebrew. Translit. HESKEM Haavara translated. Transfer Agreement. Was signed on August 25, 1933, after 3 months of talks by the Zionist Federation of Germany, the Anglo-Palestine Bank, under the directive of the Jewish Agency, and the economic authorities of Nazi Germany. The agreement was designed to help facilitate the emigration of German Jews to Palestine. While it helped Jews emigrate, it forced them to give up most of their possessions to Germany before departing. Those assets could later be obtained by transferring them to Palestine as German export goods. Hanodia, Hebrew, a Zionist citrus planting company, applied in May 1933 for the ability to transfer capital from Germany to Palestine. Hanodia served to assist German Jews' immigration to Palestine as part of the Zionist endeavor. In a deal worked out with the German government, Hanodia would receive money from prospective immigrants and use this money to buy German goods. These goods, along with the immigrants, would then be shipped to Palestine. In Palestine, import merchants would then buy the goods from the immigrants, liquidating their investment. This arrangement appeared to be operating successfully, and so paved the way for the later Haavara Agreement. Connected to Hanodia was a Polish Zionist Jew, Sam Cohen. He represented Zionist interests in direct negotiation with the Nazis beginning in March 1933. Certificate. The Trust and Transfer Office Haavara Limited places at the disposal of the banks in Palestine amounts in Reichsmarks which have been put at its disposal by the Jewish immigrants from Germany. The banks avail themselves of these amounts in Reichsmarks in order to make payments on behalf of Palestinian merchants for goods imported by them from Germany. The merchants pay in the value of the goods to the banks and the Haavara Limited pays the countervalue to the Jewish immigrants from Germany. To the same extent that local merchants will make use of this arrangement, the import of German goods will serve to withdraw Jewish capital from Germany. The Trust and Transfer Office, Haavara, Ltd. Common example of the certificate issued by Haavara to Jews emigrating to Palestine. 5. The Haavara Transfer Agreement was agreed to by the German government in 1933 to allow the Zionist movement, in the form of the Haavara Company, to transfer property from Germany to Palestine, for the sole purpose of encouraging Jewish emigration from Germany. The Haavara Company operated under a similar plan as the earlier Hanodia Company. The Haavara Company required immigrants to pay at least £1,000 into the banking company. This money would then be used to buy German exports for import to Palestine. The Haavara Agreement was thought among certain circles to be a possible way to rid the country of its supposed Jewish problem. The head of the Middle Eastern Division of the Foreign Ministry, Werner Otto von Hentig, supported the policy of concentrating Jews in Palestine. Von Hentig believed that if the Jewish population was concentrated in a single foreign entity, then foreign diplomatic policy and containment of the Jews would become easier. 6. Hitler's support of the Haavara Agreement varied throughout the 30s. Initially, Hitler criticized the agreement, but shortly reversed his opinion, and continued to support it, in the face of opposition, through 1939. 7. After the invasion of Poland and the onset of World War II in 1939, the practical continuation of the Haavara Agreement became impossible. In 1940, representatives of the underground Zionist group Lehi met with von Hentig to propose direct military cooperation with the Nazis for the continuation of the transfer of European Jews to Palestine. 8. This proposal, however, did not produce results. References. 1. HTTP and Wikipedia org w-index php title equals template. The Holocaust sidebar and action equals edit. 2. Arab-Israeli wars. 60 years of conflict. Haavara. HTTP. www.history and the headlines ABC Clio.com content page asks entry ID equals 1,281,494 and current section equals 1,271,019 and producted equals 16. ABC Clio. Accessed May 7, 2013. 3. If it wise. The Transfer Agreement and the Boycott Movement. A Jewish Dilemma on the Eve of the Holocaust. HTTP. www.yadvashem.org audit PDF Microsoft Word 3231 PDF. Yad Vashem Shoah Resource Center. Accessed May 7, 2013. 4. Francis R. Nicosia. The Third Reich and the Palestine Question. HTTP. Books Google.com Books ID equals 8BJBJ5CZBGMAC. Page 39 FF. 5. Heritage, Civilization and the Jews. HTTP. www.pbs.org Heritage Episode 8 Documents 11 HTML PBS 6 Francis R. Nicosia, The Third Reich and the Palestine Question, http Books Google.com Books ID equals 8 BJ 5 CZ BGMAC, pages 132-133, 7. Francis R. Nicosia, The Third Reich and the Palestine Question, http Books Google.com Books ID equals 8 BJ 5 CZ BGMAC, pages 140, 142, 8 Ada Amichel Yevon, in purple, The Life of Yair, Abraham Stern, Hadar Publishing House Tel Aviv, 1986, pages 225-230 Further reading, Avraham Barkay, German Interests in the Haavara Transfer Agreement 1933-1939, Yearbook of the Leo Beck Institute 35, 1990, S 245-266, Yehuda Bauer, Jews for Sale? Nazi-Jewish Negotiations, 1933-1945, Yale University Press, New Haven, CT, 1996, ISBN 978-0300068528, Edwin Black, The Transfer Agreement, The Dramatic Story of the Pact Between the Third Reich and Jewish Palestine, Brookline Books, 1999, Werner Feilkenfeld, Dolph Michaelis, Ludwig Pinner, Haavara, Transfer nach Palästina und die Wanderung deutscher Juden 1933-1939, Tübingen, 1972, Tom Sejev, The Seventh Million, Israelis and the Holocaust, 2000, ISBN 0-8050-6660-8, especially page 31 ff. David Yisraeli, The Third Reich and the Transfer Agreement, in Journal of Contemporary History 6, 1972, S 129-148, R. Melka, Nazi Germany and the Palestine Question, Middle Eastern Studies, Volume 5 No. 3, October, 1969 pages 221-233, Havashkli Wagman, Yishuv Zionism, Its Attitude to Nazism and the Third Reich Reconsidered, Modern Judaism, Volume 19 No. 1, February, 1999 pages 21-40, Klaus Polikan, The Secret Contacts, Zionism and Nazi Germany 1933-1941, Journal of Palestine Studies, Volume 5 No. 3/4, Spring-Summer 1976 pages 54-82. Article sources and contributors Haavara Agreement source, http://wikipedia.org/w/index.php #oldit 610509455 Contributors, Agamemnon 2, Albert Armstrong, Anna Malakaris, Artsy, Atrix 20, Boomerab, Kiral Meredg, Delirium, Tersmu, Emmett Hernandez Coleman, Equilibrial, Felix Folio Secundus, Guy Peters, Historian 932, Insert Coins, Jeffrey Hall, Jim Howard 72, J. Gordon, Judy 1, Kiranis, Quijibo 950, Quickie, Lynchy 3000, Merriquitz, M. Pumphrey, M. Snit, M. Smalwood, NSH 002, Nat Girdler, Nick D., Pioneer Anomaly, Rich Wilmsey, Shader 007, Shakasine, SM 8900, Spinkism, Stephen J. Anderson, Treasury Tag, 00000, 24 Anonymous Edits Image Sources, Licenses and Contributors File, Bundesarchiv Bild 183 N0827, 318, KZ Auschwitz, Ankunft ungarischer Juden.jpg Source, http://wikipedia.org/w/index.php Titla quals file Bundesarchiv _bild _183-N0827-318, _KZ _ACH with Z, _Anken FT _ungarischer Juden.jpg License. Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 3.0 Germany Contributors, Adam B. Morgan, Jarek, Ludwig Sebastian Micheller, Man VYI, Mtsmalwood, Ryan Windwistler, Svachka, Mary, for anonymous edits.